Honestly, I think he's gonna win. I would like him to. I want him to go out as basically if he was just the greatest heavyweight of all time. That's a lie. I would beg to differ. Honestly, that division's been shallow for so many years. But it's true. No, there isn't.
I'll be booking them like Palace, buffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict. 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it. Cabbage, niggas can't manage. That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous, that I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington Savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and we clapping.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna write down what he says just to make some points of it.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping. Bare nerves racking. Ramming, carjacking, call it lifetime sacking. Yeah, the Cali's in the air now. Got the tracking. 2017 bricks, still brought the packing. Pop, passing, catch him lacking with my cannon. Birmingham assassin, yeah, I burn him with my passion.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster all the time.
You can't walk around the hood that I'm good round. I was down and out, but I'm good now. If you saw my last check, then you would frown. So much drip around my neck, yeah, I could drown. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the suit for the root home. Set the tone like a new phone. Yeah, I'm in the new zone. Just roll the suit for the root home.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster all the time. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening. Gangster all the time.
One second, just give you another tune. Give me 1 second.
Zeno Records.
It's fast, baby.
Like I went a man way before this rap. Like they went buying Margellas when I bought a strap. Like I ain't fuck pop stars, started falling back. Like they always tap, and bitches always cap. Like I ain't out buying shares. They act like I just sell pies, bitch, I'm a pioneer. Like I ain't got the Stradley did. Like I ain't got buzz hanging from the ceiling like a chandelier. Ops acting like they weren't trying to be cool. I ain't new money like I weren't driving to school. Like I wasn't trimming in the crop for hours. Like I ain't got more bitches than Austin Powers. Like the pussies wasn't begging me for peace. Like how you had all the whips and never had a lease. Like I ain't got snacking mood. Like I ain't got bitches cooking for me like ratatouille. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. She told me that she love me by a doubt. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. I just bust a nine in her mouth. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. So I just bust a nine inside her mouth. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. Like I ain't take a big L like the Harlem rapper. Like I ain't hop out and didn't make them start to scatter. Like how they acting rich when they poor. Like I ain't had forced to live with whips to my door. Like I ain't having crazy thoughts. Like I ain't sold more bombs and tops than JD Sports. Like I can't shut it down with one ball. Like I ain't bring them whips through tennis strip into gumball. Like they don't freeze up when bosses is around. Like I wasn't walking out the post office with a pound. Like, how could they afford that? Like I wasn't chilling in Hawaii with a flower chain and straw hat. Like I wasn't bust down waiting for this rap shit. Like me and Midget made a mirror off and making packs flip. Like I wasn't trapping from a jail. Like me and Scraps ain't the hardest rappers in the world. It's not. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. She told me that she loved me by a doubt. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. So I just bust a nine in her mouth. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. So I just bust a nine inside her mouth. She just wanna fuck me for the clout. She just wanna fuck me for the clout.
All right, let's get into it. All right, shalom. You know, this is ISUPK on the ends. Let me just get the brand out of the way. So I'm Captain Parashia. On my right is Officer Dumgabar. So yeah, I know already we're gonna have, you know what I mean? All right, this being on the ends, you know what I mean? We're on the ends. And you know, us lot coming from, you know, Caribbean descent, as what they like to say. What do so many of us think that, you know, we are from the Ashanti tribe, from the Igbo tribe? So in a moment, we got a brother on who, you know, that's what he believes. He believes that, you know what I mean, us of, you know, Jamaican descent or West Indian descent, so-called, you know, we are the Ashantis, and that the Ashantis are actually the Israelites. So, you know, we're going to get into that. So what we're going to do, we're going to let him present the info he has, and then, you know, us being the ISUPK, the home of what? The truth. We're going to show him that all that is nonsense and it's a lie. You know what I mean? With common sense, with history, with the Bible, and many other things that we have. So we're going to get him in right now. And we're going to let him introduce himself. Then, you know, we'll take it from there. All right. Shalom, brother. Yeah, you're live on the ends. Shalom. All right. So before we get into this, you know, if you could introduce yourself first, so that, you know what I mean, the people know about you and etc.
Greetings, everyone. Shalom. My name is Zion. I'm not a member of any camps. You know, I don't believe, you know, that anyone should be a member of any of these camps, because they're just teaching false doctrines. The ICPK, the IUIC, and the GOCC are all teaching false doctrines.
I got, yeah. And you know what I mean? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? No one can't wrong you there. But now, in regards of today, you know, what's the point that you're trying to make regarding the certain races in West Africa, you know, the Ashantis, the Igbos? Like, exactly what are you trying to say? That are you saying that they are us, the people from, you know, West Indian descent, so-called African American descent?
Where did your ancestors come from?
Well, they come from Jerusalem originally, but migrated in West Africa.
What part of Africa? Part of Africa where your ancestors picked up from?
Hang on a second. Excuse me. We'll save that for the debate, so-called. So there's no point saying it now if we're going to be battling each other. That's nonsense, if you get the point. So now, just asking you, so with like the King James 1611, you know what I mean? Like, if you read that, do you believe that, you know, in the book of Deuteronomy 20 and 68, that is talking about us? That was sent to, you know, the West Indies,
Black people,
America.
Is talking about black people and black people only.
Okay, so now I'm just trying to define it before we get into it. So are you talking about, you know, so-called black people as a whole, also including like the Africans as well? Or are you referring to black people?
Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 is referring to black people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay, so just the Israelites. So Deuteronomy 20 and 68, it's to the Israelites. Okay, so we're on the same page. You know that, you know what I mean? The book of Deuteronomy is talking about the Israelites. All right, then that's very good. So, okay, then what we're going to do,
We're not going to interrupt you at all. We're going to let you bring your information. Now, I may interject if we don't understand something, but I'm gonna
Okay.
let you say what you gotta say to make this point, and then afterwards we will make our point, and then that'll be that. So I'm not gonna stop here. You got the floor, of course. I'm not gonna make you go on for eternity, but you'll get your time to bring out whatever you gotta bring out. Go ahead.
Okay. For the viewing audience, I implore you to take notes to what I'm about to say, and members of the ISUPK, I implore you as well to take notes and do your research because you've been preaching too much lies. However,
Yeah.
right at the beginning of the transatlantic slave trade, the Portuguese first visited Ghana, right? The Ashantis. Now, believe it or not, Jamaica, African American, Afro Latinos, and other blacks, which were scattered in places like Indonesia, China, and Japan, are of the tribe of Judah. Isaiah 11 and 12 said that Judah was scattered across the four corners of the planet, but the remaining tribes are in Africa, right? But Jamaicans, so-called Jamaicans, are the tribe of Judah because, okay, to identify an Israelite, you have to follow three criterias, right? If they don't match the three criteria, they're not Israelites. Number one, you need to know of their in-depth knowledge. You have to have in-depth knowledge of their languages, their migration routes, right, and any other archives that they have. Okay,
Okay.
number two. Number two.
I'm sorry, one second, brother. I'm not trying to cut you off, but you know, obviously, before you was on here, we did say that you would need to show some evidence. So, have you got any books on you? Anything to
Well,
support this?
if you let me finish, then we could get to that.
Okay, all right. You got the floor. Good.
Right, as I say, number one, you need to have in-depth knowledge of their languages, migration routes, and the overall oral history. Okay, number two, customs and traditions which are similar to the Torah. Number three, this is one none of the Hebrew camps never heard before. Number three, cities, towns, villages, communities, rivers, landmarks, and tribes that have Hebrew names. Right? All three of these criteria. For example, let me start off with the Ashanti. The Ashanti, the word Ashanti means people of Ashan. T means people. Ashan is a city that was in Judah, right? If you look in Joshua 15 and 42, the word Ashan is mentioned in that verse. Okay?
Okay,
Now Hebrew in West Africa, Jamaica is, mentioned several times in that book. I employ our people to go read that book, Hebrewism in Africa. Jamaica is mentioned several times in that book, right? It talks about Ashanti influences that's in Jamaica. For example, the language, because there's some people today in parts of Jamaica that speak Cormanti, which is from the Ghanaians which came to Jamaica during the slave trade, right? The linguistics of Patois, right? We have some tree words, Ghanaian tree words within Patois, right? Like Anansi, right? If you ask any Ghanaian about Anansi, they'll tell you. Anansi in their language means spider. And any Jamaican who is familiar with the story of Anansi, will say Anansi the spider. Okay, the Jamaican flag, right? the Jamaican flag is actually, it represents royalty. It's from Tutu, King Tutu of the Ashanti, his royal robe, right? It's called, the fabric is called kente, right? The black, green, and gold came from the garment of the Ashanti king in Ghana, right? Now, a lot of us were raised to believe that the Arawak Indians gave the name Jamaica to that island. But, you know, Christopher Columbus were too busy wiping out the Tainos. So how could they have named Jamaica, right? Said that Jamaica is land of water, which is such a great lie. Now, according to my research, when the Ashanti slaves landed in Jamaica, they looked at their surroundings and figured that, well, they've come to a strange land and they can't go back home. So they said in their language, Jama Yaka. Jama Yaka. Jama means perhaps we've come to stay permanently, or perhaps we're stuck, or perhaps we're stranded, right? And then over time, the term Jama Yaka was anglicized into Jamaica as we know it today, right? And there are other traditions that we follow, you know, from the Ashantis. Like when someone dies in Jamaica, you know, they have a custom called 9 nights. You celebrate that person for 9 nights until the actual funeral. They have that in the Ashanti culture as well, right? Obia, black magic. They have that in the Ashanti culture as well, right? Aki and Yam is from Ghana. They have that in their culture as well, right? Also, the Igbos of Nigeria, you know, Jamaicans use words like unu, mampi, and de. But no Jamaican actually knows what those words mean, but they just use it for the sake of using it. For example, unu means you all in the Igbo language. A mampi is a fat woman or a fully figured woman. De, like, you know, so the two of them there, de in their language means to be, right? But no Jamaican knows where that came from until now. Also, there is a school in Jamaica called Calabar. There's a high school in Jamaica called Calabar. Calabar is a place in Igbo land, Nigeria, right? Calabar is a slave port from which Igbos were picked up from Igbo land, Nigeria, and taken to Jamaica as slaves, right? And we have the Jankunu festival. We got that from the Igbos, right? So all these elements, these so-called West African elements, are from the Ashanti and the Igbos of Nigeria and the Yorubas as well. But we don't have much, you know, Yoruba influence in Jamaica. There's Yoruba influences in Puerto Rico, Cuba, Brazil, and New Orleans in America.
Okay, that's fine. So, okay, now, is there any other ones that you would like to mention as well? Is there any other West African races that you believe they're us as well?
Tribes. They're not racist.
Regards to that. So, okay, is there any more you would like to mention?
I could name you a few, like them millions of them in Africa, but I can't name millions of them. But I'm gonna name the ones that I know. I'm gonna tell you the ones that I know.
So now,
right.
So now, this is what I'm trying to do. I want you to say everything you want to say, so that, you know what I mean. So that once you say what you gotta say, then we'll give you the point that we stand from. So, you know what I mean. Is there anything else?
Right. Yes. Okay. The country of Benin in West Africa. Before Benin, it was called Dahomey. Dahomey means home of the tribe of Dan. Home of the tribe of Dan. Yes.
And interject there. So, where would we find out that that means the hope of Dan? Like, what etymology? What can we use to find it out?
If you if you Google it, you know, it will come up home as of the tribe of Dan.
So,
Also in scriptures,
but sorry, 1 second, brother. So there's no actual book to reference this. It's just the internet.
you could use the internet, yeah.
No,
Majority of what's in the books you can find on the internet as well. I
So,
found
okay,
many of
so hang on a second,
solid
but
information about
so now,
Hebrews in Africa.
which book can I read to find out what you just said about what the homie means?
If I know about the book, I would tell you. I got it from a very reliable source. He's a rabbi from Ghana. His name is Akwete.
So
Rabbi
now,
Akwete from Ghana.
all right, I'm not knocking you, but this is what you don't do. You don't say stuff that you can't back up right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? You bring what you can back up now.
Yeah,
So
but I wasn't finished.
all I'm saying, hang on a second. So now, right now, we can't say that that's what the homie means because you ain't got it with you.
Right.
So right now, that there's nothing to really back that because you can't tell me go on the internet. I need a resource, a scholar that goes, listen, we've done the etymology. You don't have that.
Have you read Hebrews?
No. So now, right now, you came with an opinion of what the homie means. Whether you got it from a rabbi, we don't know where he got it from. So right now, you came with an opinion, but I'll let you have you on me what you got to say.
I want to ask you a question. Have you ever read Hebrewism in Africa?
I've read the book 4 times. I've read that book. I'm very familiar with that book, yeah.
Have you read it back to front?
Back to front 4 times, highlighted the life out of it. Yeah.
And what did you learn from that book?
I learned from that book that we are not the Ashantis. I know, listen, I know you've read it too. And in that book, I don't think you're understanding what you're reading. I think you're so hungry to find out we're the Ashantis, West Africa, but you're not really comprehending it. Just like Babylon too.
Let me ask you a question. Well, how would you explain the Ashanti influences in Jamaica? How would you explain the Igbo influences in Jamaica? Explain that to me.
Well, hang on. All right, now, this is what I'm going to do. When it's my turn, I have the book right here. And I'm going to show you at the end of it what he says about the influence they have. So am I going to say it now? No. I'm going to let you speak. And when it's my turn, I'll answer that. So I'll make a note of that. And then I'll answer it accordingly with that same book.
Okay, well, back to Benin. Now, if you look in Nehemiah 10, 9, and 13, you can find the word Benin. It's Benino, but you can find the word Benin nevertheless. Benin is a descendant of Levi. Benin is a descendant of Levi.
Okay, so now I'm going to interject you again. So how do you know that the one that you read about in the book is referencing the Benin in West Africa? What you mean? What actually links it?
The name Benin is there. If you read Nehemiah 10,
so hang on.
Read Nehemiah.
Hang on a second, mate. So hang on now. Because you read something in a book, you go, well, that name means
the
that
Bible.
must mean that Benin. So hang on now. So now you're saying just because in West Africa there's Benin, it has to be the Benin in the Bible. Is that what you're saying? Because it's in the book and there's a Benin in West Africa, that makes it the same.
It is the same, yeah. Because they practice Hebrew.
According to what? According to what?
Practice Hebrew customs and traditions.
No. I'm asking you what links it together. What makes me know that the Benin in West Africa is the Benin that you read about in the Bible?
Benin is a Hebrew name.
Also,
just like Ashanti is a Hebrew name. That's a Hebrew name.
Dongaba. I wish it was that easy, man. Exactly right. But it's not that easy. You see, so now here's the problem. You can't link it.
Right.
That's why you say it's a Hebrew name.
Read Nehemiah 10, 9 and 13, please.
And now I'm asking a question. Once that is read, how does that show that that is the Benin in West Africa?
Right.
Even if we do read it, what
They
does
practice
it show?
customs. They practice customs, Hebrew customs and traditions. They've been doing it for generations.
I didn't ask you about customs. I'm showing you that the Benin in West Africa. How is that the Benin that you read of in the Bible?
They practice Hebrew customs and traditions.
That's not an answer.
In
What
Benin.
links it?
That is an answer. What are you talking about? They
That
practice
is a poor
Hebrew
answer.
customs and
You
traditions.
want to know what it is? That is a poor answer, man. And let me tell you
I
something,
think
man.
that's gone over your head.
No. Listen, you ain't gone over nobody's head. That was lame. Do you know what I mean? That's reaching far and
Okay,
beyond.
so
The Twilight
are you
Zone.
saying
reaching.
that? Okay. Are you saying that the Dan people in Liberia, right? Their language is called Yakoba, right? Yakoba. Their language is named after Jacob, Yakoba.
And hang on now.
The Dan people in Africa.
No. You see now.
Dan is another Hebrew name.
Right now, I'm breaking it down now. There's a logical reason why you're here because we get this all the time. And when we ask for the evidence, you get no evidence, man. You get, well, in the Bible, you find
a
this.
lot of evidence.
Yeah. So now, again, you're going to have to link the language they speak. So now, what words do they use? What's some etymologies? You can't just go, well, Jacoba, Jacob. You got to, you know what I mean? Dig deep, man. You got to show something.
Well, they have a Hebrew name, which is Dan, just like the Ashanti, just like Benin is a Hebrew name, right? And their language is named after, our ancestor Jacob.
And again,
Yakoba.
and again now,
Hebrew customs and traditions.
All right, now here's the problem: you ain't shown no etymologies. No, look at this. I've asked you about one. You said someone told you, man.
Right.
If it was that easy, damn, you know what I mean? Anyone told me anything? Damn, there I have all the evidence. That is not evidence, man.
Okay, so who told you Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites?
We got the
Who told you
evidence.
that?
We got the archive.
Right.
It's in
Who
history.
gave you the evidence?
It's in history. It's in history.
Okay.
With
What
reference.
customs? What generational customs and traditions have Latinos and Native Americans been keeping?
They kept the Passover,
When?
first fruit. We
When?
got the records, man. We
When?
got the records. And you know
Show
what?
me.
You know
Show
what we
me.
do? Next week, I'll bring all of it, man.
Right.
You see,
Show me.
I'm gonna explain something. We're not like you that has an opinion, man.
Right.
And doesn't have the evidence, man.
It's not based on
Imagine this.
opinion. It's based
Right.
on facts. I have
You
it
know what I'm
right
gonna do?
here.
I'm gonna break it down for you, man. This guy, he's a fan, man.
Right.
He's been harassing me for years. And I give him the
For
chance.
years.
I give him the chance
Yes.
to debate me. And look at him. It come with no evidence, man.
Right.
On the phone, I'm
not even finished. I'm not
on the
even
phone.
finished. We're just getting started.
I'm gonna show the One West doctrine's a lie. And you're right here.
It is a lie. It is a lie.
Right.
What Hebrew names?
Guess
What
what the
Hebrew
man
names can I find in
He
America?
brought his long two hands, man,
Right.
and didn't bring no information, man. What's wrong
What
with you,
Hebrew
man?
names can I find in America?
Listen, you're here to show
What?
me the Ashantis, the Igbos, all these
What
tribes.
Hebrew names do they
And
have in
you ain't
America?
shown nothing,
Right.
man. You ain't shown.
I just
nothing.
showed you.
Where? How?
I'm not
how,
finished.
how,
I'm not
how,
finished.
How?
I'm not
Come on,
finished.
then. Come on, bring it, man.
I'm not finished.
Bring it.
Right?
Come on.
Like I showed you, if you read Joshua 15 and 42, you find the word Ashan right there in front of you. If you read it right now, you'll find
Okay.
it.
So now,
I told you what the word
Let me finish though. So now, hang on a second. What's the etymology? So now, if you're trying to link them, surely it must mean the same thing in the Hebrew and the Ashan in West Africa. There's got to be something that links it. You're just going, read the Bible, you find Ashan, go to the Ashanti. Nah, man. There's something that links it. That's how history works, man. That's how scholarship works.
How would you explain the Ashanti? How would you explain the Ashanti and the Igbo influences in Jamaica? Explain that to me.
I'm going to explain it when it's my turn. I'm going to listen. I've got it all here, man. You know what I mean?
I've got more evidence. Because you want
Let's
to jump the gun and say, "Oh, I came with no evidence and this, that." Like you've got it in the bag. You haven't got nothing in the bag. because
Come on.
Native Americans are not even Israelites. You
Hang
just
on a
told a
second.
lie about
Hang on a
they're
second.
keeping customs and tradition. You
Hang on a
just
second.
lied on yourself.
Stop. Who is talking about Native Americans, man? You're here to show that the Ashanti, the Igbos, etc., they're Israelites. So what happened to jump into Native Indians? We can get into that, but that's not what we are talking about right now, man.
Right.
Don't go. I think the man got some wax in his ears or something, man. I don't know. Me, you gotta help me, man. So yeah, go on. So okay, now you present the rest of this evidence you got, and then when you're done, we'll take it from there. Go ahead.
Right. I hope you're taking notes because it's important. Trust me.
I wish I could, man.
I debated the IUIC. The IUIC ran from me. They ran because they couldn't understand none of the questions.
I'm gonna tell you something
right now. Just now. You just lied right now.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I've got a pad right here, and right now it's blank because you ain't shown nothing. I wish you could, man. You know what I mean? I got the pen here, man, and ain't nothing be written down.
Answer my question. How would you explain the Ashanti and Igbo influences in Jamaica? Explain that.
And I said, when it's my turn,
okay,
I will show you.
Right.
So right now,
I can't wait.
You break down. You make your point, and then we'll.
Are you ready?
Go ahead, bring it. Come on.
Are you ready? Now, the Walomo tribe in Ghana, they're Levites because, according to their tradition, they wear hyssop leaves around their neck, which can be found in Exodus 12 and 22.
Okay.
Right? Also, let me finish.
No. I'm not trying to quit off nothing. You are aware that we like those kind of things. They grow everywhere. So you know what I mean? A leaf doesn't determine who are Israelites just because they have it around their neck.
Right.
Hyssop trees grow down there in loads of places.
Read Exodus 12 and 22.
Okay, and now I'm gonna ask something. In the book of Exodus, does it say they must have the hyssop around their necks?
Yes, in Exodus 12 and 22.
All right, go on then. So I'm sure you got the word of the Lord on you. You read Exodus, 12 and 22. Let's see that.
Hold on a second. I've got other evidence here. Hold on. Right. The Ga people in Ghana, right? They have New Yam Festival, which can be found in.
Whoa, hang on. Where's Exodus 12 and that verse you asked?
Hold on.
It's around the neck. I want to hear that.
Is it gone?
Can you hear me over there?
I can hear you, yeah. So yeah, I want to hear Exodus 12 and 22, man.
Right.
God damn, you know. You there? All right. We'll wait for him to return, but all right. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put no words in no one's mouth. But as you can see so far, we ain't seen anything, man. Ain't shown nothing. Benin, and in the Bible, in the book of Nehemiah, Benin. What's the link, man? You mean what brings it together? Like, listen, that Benin is that Benin. One more. Hold up. Is he here? All right, yeah, you're back. All right, then. So yeah, so if you can read that for me, Exodus 12 and 22.
Exodus 12 and 22 says, I haven't got my Bible in front of me. I usually read from my phone. But Exodus 12 and 22 says, take hyssop leaves and dip them in something. Hold on. Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Exodus 12 and 22.
You know what? I see you over there having a hard time, man. You know what I mean? And it's hurting me.
No, I'm fine.
Exodus. right, sorry. Dongabar, read that for me. Exodus 12 and 22.
I'm gonna read it for you nice and slow. Okay, I know you're a little slow, so I'm gonna read it nice and slow for you.
Yeah, please.
Nice and slow for him.
Slow motion, man.
Mm-hmm. Exodus 12 and 22. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin.
All right. So now, what does this have to do with having the hyssop around your neck? They put it on the.
The Waloma people.
No.
The Waloma people of Ghana. That's in their custom and tradition.
See, now, here's the problem. You said in Exodus it would show them having it around their neck, like what whoever you mentioned. This talking about in the blood and on the lintel of the door, man. So how does this show that whoever you mentioned, they are Israelites? We just read it and it had nothing about hyssop going around their necks.
Right.
But there are African tribes who do put blood on their posts, their door posts.
No. But though, look, I'm going by what you said. You said having the hyssop around their neck was in Exodus.
Right.
We read Exodus, and it's got nothing with hyssop around your neck. You can read, I can read, and it's not saying that, man.
Right.
Come on, man. Come on. Honestly, man, I was looking forward to this, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But we're not even finished. I mean, you know, why are you going on as if you got it in the bag?
Honestly, brother, I hope you're not finished, because right now, this shit's lame, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm not impressed, man. So, all right, go on.
Well, I'm not impressed with you and that 12 tribes chart.
Anyway, you carry a nice track. I know you're trying to divert the thing. You know, come on. We're not idiots. Let's carry on. Go ahead.
Anyway, according to the Baza people in Cameroon, they migrated from Egypt across the Niger River and down past Nigeria into Cameroon. Their customs and traditions include the circumcision, the new moon feasts, festive celebrations, right? Unclean after childbirth, and unclean while woman is on their menstrual cycle, right? And other Hebrew customs that they practice. And the Germans forbade them to practice their Hebrew customs, but they still carried on with it anyway. The Baza people are descendants of Judah.
Okay.
I got an article I could give you.
So now, hang on though.
Where's the article you can read for yourself?
No. You see now, where's the proof, man? Where's the book? Where's the bibliography?
Yeah,
where's the appendix?
Yeah,
so
I've got the article.
No. Listen, when we're talking about valid information, it's in books. A scholar, he writes it down. You'll give me an article.
Okay, but you read Hebrewism in Africa, and you still can't figure out that the Ashantis are Hebrews.
Why? Because I've got books.
Something is wrong with your understanding, brother. Because you said that you read the book, and you still can't understand that the Ashantis are Hebrews.
Article he's got, man. Listen, man. Right now, you're not proving nothing. And when I'm asking you, I got an article. I heard this. Really,
I've read the article myself, and I've got the article on my phone. I can send it to you.
I read it myself, so I can read too. That don't mean
read the book. You've read Hebrewism in Africa, and you couldn't understand it.
Look, man, I'm asking you a question. The books that you're talking about, have you read them?
Right.
Yes, I've read them.
So now,
where's the book? I've read them.
Where's the books, man? Where's the books?
It's an article.
Where's the books, man? Right. If you read these books, where are they, man?
Also, let me ask you a question. If they're not Hebrews, why are they practicing Hebrew customs and traditions?
No. You're not answering my question.
No,
if
they're not Hebrews,
okay.
If they're not Hebrews, why are they practicing?
Time out. Look, man, you're talking about all these books. If I've read them, if you haven't, you read them, man.
Right.
Where's these books, man? You read them.
Right.
Talking about articles and rabbis in West Africa. Where's the books, man? You read them, man. This guy's been a fan for years. I'm gonna crush the highest UPK. Sound like Darth Ada on the phone, man. And look, man, it's your time, man.
Right.
And you ain't done jack stuff, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be nice. So now, all right, your mic's back on. Come on, man. Bring it.
Okay, according to Igbo tradition, they practice, the Passover called, well, in their language it's called Nkwabi, right? Where they eat bitter herbs.
Where's the Hebrew?
Right?
Right.
They
eat
eat lamb and meat. Hang on. They eat lamb meat with bitter herbs in Exodus 12 and 8.
Okay. And it does say that in Exodus 12 and 8. Okay.
They practice circumcision. They practice their tradition called Baza, which is tithing. It can be found in Nehemiah 10, 35 and 37.
You know what? I would read it, but you've been wrong so many times. Listen, if you want, you read it. Honestly, like at the moment, you ain't shown nothing. So you gotta read that.
Take notes. So obviously you don't care about the truth.
Okay, so is there any more info you want to bring out? Listen, I'm letting you get it out your system.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you something. You've been for a year.
Places.
Listen. Just please get it all out, man. Come on.
Hebrew names.
So, all right. I'm not trying to cut you
Ebola, Nigeria.
Breaking up your connections a little bit better, right? So, yeah, go ahead.
Right. In Igbo land, Nigeria, you can find 12 tribes of Israel in Igbo land, Nigeria. They're scattered all over Africa. You just have to locate them by their customs and traditions.
Okay.
And their Hebrew names.
Okay, so now here's the thing. Why do I have to look for them?
Right.
If you've done this research, where are they meant to be? Why should I look for them?
If you're claiming to be an Israelite, you should know who your brothers and sisters are.
No. Listen, you're here to bring evidence. So why are you trying to refer it onto me? Like, if you do the research, where are they? I'm asking you since you claim we're wrong. Where are they?
Why aren't you taking notes?
I'm asking you, and listen, I will take the notes.
Why aren't you taking notes?
What's wrong with the man?
Why aren't you taking notes?
The reason we're not taking notes is because you ain't gave us nothing to take down. Everything you're
I've
saying
given you
is
scriptures. I have given you scriptures, and I've given you books to read.
Well,
but because of your pride, you don't want to take notes.
Mute for a minute. Listen, what you're doing is you're giving us stuff. Oh, a rabbi told me. You ain't opened one book. You ain't even got a Bible in front of you. You're unequipped, and you ain't ready to battle, man. And men like you prove every day, man, why no one should follow you. This is why you got nobody that follows you, man.
That's right.
This is why this is why you're chasing us and we ain't chasing you. And usually we ignore people like you. You're telling us about, the Africans are Israelites, but you ain't proved it, man. You're taking one word and saying this word means that word, and you ain't gave us no evidence. I think you need to go back to school. That's what you need to do, man. You need to get in All Black and get in our classes, man. You're asking us, where's the Israelites? You came here to show us, and you ain't showed us nothing, man. The only thing that you have shown us is that these Africans ain't Israelites, man. And you love Africans, and these Africans don't love you. Where's he following? Let me ask him. Which African nations are Israelites to you? Name them.
Oh, can I speak now?
Yeah, allowed to speak.
Are you ready to listen?
You've got my permission to speak now. At least you know. You got my permission.
You're talking about me going back to school when you're claiming that Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. Are you going to
answer the question? Are you going to answer the question? Listen, I'm unmute in a second. Just tell me which African nations are Israelites. You said that you was going to teach us. You're telling us to take notes. You ain't we want to take notes, but you ain't giving us nothing which is noteworthy. Now tell me who are the Israelites according to you. Which African nations are Israelites? Tell me.
All right.
Let's go ahead.
You have the Ashantis of Ghana. Please take notes. You have the Ashantis of Ghana.
Okay.
You have the Igbos and Yorubas of Nigeria. The
Okay.
Hausas as well.
Okay.
Right. You have the Wolomo people of Ghana. You have the Sefchi people, which is S. Let's see, if I can say her name.
I just wanted to. All right, now let me stop you 1 second. Let me. So okay. According to you, those are your brothers, right?
Those are our brothers.
No. According to you, those are your brothers, right?
Those are our brothers.
Okay, so what have you done for your brothers? Just tell me what you've done for them. What have you done for the Ashanti? What have you done for the Igbo? What have you done for them? What have you done for these Nigerians and these Ghanaians? Tell me what you've done for them. You've enlightened them.
I've shown them things within their culture. I've shown them that it's in the Old Testament. I've shown them this.
Can you bring one of them in the chat that can vouch for you? Because I just think you're just here to waste time. To be fair, like you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm here to enlighten you because you're preaching a lie. I'm here to enlighten you.
Okay.
Because you're preaching a lie. Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites, and they don't even practice any Hebrew customs.
Let me finish. Tell me what you've done for them. Have you clothed them? Have you fed them? What have you done for your Nigerian brothers? What have you done for your Ghanaian brothers? Don't say that our brothers, because I'm telling you, them stinking Africans ain't our brothers, man.
That's right.
If you want to love Africans, man. Listen, you got the right to love who you want to love, but why are you trying to force us to love Africans? Listen, we hate Africans, man. And we ain't gonna love no Africans. Was there anything else?
If you had knowledge about your history, you know that Joseph sold his own brothers into slavery. And it's the same thing that happened to us on the coast of West Africa.
Joseph sold his own brothers. I thought Joseph's brothers sold him. I thought Joseph's brothers sold him.
That showed me right there that you don't know much about your history. You said that you don't like stinking Africans when Hebrews were picked up from West Africa.
I thought Joseph's brothers sold him.
I said Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery.
No, you didn't.
That's what I said.
You said Joseph sold his brothers into slavery.
No, I said
you don't even know what you're saying.
Joseph's brothers. That's what I said. You're not listening. You got selective hearing, my friend.
Let me ask you a question.
Do you want to hear?
Do you smoke weed? Do you smoke weed?
Well, obviously you smoke more weed than me.
I don't smoke no weed.
Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites.
That comeback was lame. Fuck it up. That was lame. But all right, as you can see so far, there's no evidence. I'm asking him, where's the books? Where's this?
Giving you evidence. I have given you evidence, but you're not taking notes.
Where? I need to see it, man.
Right.
It's either I'm blind or you ain't showing no evidence, man.
No archaeology, no nothing.
No, nothing.
How many times have you read Hebrewism in Africa?
4 times.
How many times have you read Hebrewism in Africa?
Okay, let me.
And why is it that you can't understand it?
Hold on, cheerleader. I got Hebrewism in West Africa right here, man. And look at all this, man. I've highlighted it, put certain, sections in it. I've got the book right here.
Read about the Ashantis. Read it right now.
So hang on, where's your Hebrewism in West Africa? Why don't you read it, man?
It's on my phone.
It's on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. You handle this 1 second.
Just
give us some information. Like we need some information. Let's do this decently.
I've got more information on the Igbos.
Wait, give me 1 second. We're gonna try and do it respectfully now. All right, we're gonna try. Have you got any books? Because you can't just come to us with your opinion that Ashan means this. Have you got any books?
I've showed you Ashan in the Bible.
No, but have you got any?
I've showed you Ashan in the Bible.
Have you got any history books?
Hebrewism in Africa.
So can you pull your book, please, and read it and prove it to me?
Well, I would, but it's on my phone. Every time I press the menu button, it exits.
So hold on. You knew that you was coming on today, and you came here without the proof. You came without the proof. How are you going to go to war? How are you going to go to war without? How are you going to go to war not being fully equipped?
I'm giving you the information for you to research. It's not my duty to convince you.
You're giving me you know that opinions ain't fact, right?
Did I not give you scriptures?
Did you what?
Did I not give you scriptures?
You gave me something that said they put a hyssop around their necks, and I read it and it wasn't there. So you didn't give me no scriptures. I don't know what you gave me.
I've given you.
I
I've
don't know
given you
what
the
you gave me.
scriptures on the tidings that the Bazaar people practice. You know, in Nehemiah 10 and 35.
Okay. All right. Now, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to put words in no one's mouth. It's evidence that so far you ain't presenting nothing on the chat. You know what I mean? I'm not alone. So now, I'm going to give you 5 minutes now. I gave you longer than I was expecting, and I ain't seen anything yet, man.
Right.
So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to bring some evidence to bring something, man.
Well, you have the Awari.
Listen, all we're asking is, show us the books, man. Give us the proof, man. Give us the proof.
Read Hebrewism in Africa again, and you'll understand it.
Okay, so I thought you was here to teach me. I thought you was here to make me understand it, and now you're telling me read it myself.
Well, obviously, you don't want to learn because you're not even taking notes of the information I'm giving you.
Listen, are you going to shut your mouth and let us teach you in a minute? Are you going to shut your mouth and learn something?
Me. No, I don't want to learn nothing from you.
So you don't want to learn nothing from
I'm
us?
the one should teach you. You're not going to teach me nothing.
Oh, so where's the books? Teach me. You got no information.
Hebrewism in Africa, and I've given you scriptures, but you haven't written down nothing.
Listen,
you're no different from a Christian. You are no different from a Christian. You're no different from a Christian. You're no different from a Christian. You're no different from a Christian.
1 minute. This is the
Put
thing,
some
man.
respect on it.
See, people like you.
Be respectful and to learn something.
When the Bible says ever learning and never coming to the knowledge of the truth, it's talking about people like you. You're ever learning.
Well, obviously you haven't. If you believe Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites, what customs are they keeping throughout their generations? Tell me that.
Where did they find the oldest set of commandments?
The oldest set of commandments.
Where did they find them? They didn't find them in Ghana.
In Africa.
They didn't find them in Ghana.
In Africa.
Where? Tell me where. Show me.
All over Africa, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Sierra Leone.
You know how big Africa is. Where? Tell me, locate it. Where?
In sub-Saharan Africa.
What parts? You can't just say that. Tell me what
Ashantis. Part. You have Ashantis, Yorubas.
No. What part?
Fulanis,
I need to know what part.
Right?
What
and
part?
Igbos who are still keeping Old Testament laws, and they have Hebrew names.
Which part of Africa? Which part of Africa?
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
I just locate the tribes.
Locate it for me.
Ashantis. Listen carefully, son. Ashantis, Igbos, Yorubas, Fulanis, Zulus. Who are
they found the oldest commandments in New Mexico. I'll help you out because you can't locate.
No commandments was never in New Mexico. Stop lying. Stop telling lies.
Okay, now let's keep it real. Now we've entertained this man long enough. So, you know what I mean? You ain't brought out anything, man. That's what we do know.
Well, I have. Now, why haven't you taken notes?
So now, you know what we're going to do at the IQPK on that commanding General Yohana?
Right.
We're going to bring out the proof, man.
Right.
We're going to do it because clearly this man did it, man.
Right.
This fan, he just didn't do it, man. This
I've got a question for you.
Stalk, yeah. No. Listen, you said enough. Time out. All right, now we're gonna break it down, now, man. You know, do you want to do about? Give me Deuteronomy 4:26, man. I'm gonna start off in the Bible first, man. Talk about Ashantis, the Israelites, Igbos, the Israelites. You know what I mean? Let's use the Bible, man. You read the Bible, I read it, and let's understand something in this Bible. We're gonna start off in Deuteronomy 4:26, man. Been listening to this nonsense for too long, man.
Right.
What's wrong with this man? He knew what he was coming for and brought nothing, man.
Right.
And then telling me, I got what was it? I got an article online. What the hell is that? A rabbi told me. A rabbi told you? What the hell is this, man? Nah, man. You see, and now let me tell you something. We knew this was gonna happen.
Right.
But you see, we knew this would happen. But guess what? The point's made for you online, man. All people that tried to say Ashantis are Israelites, Igbos are Israelites, they don't have the proof, man. They don't have no proof. And we got him. Listen, I said to him, I'm not gonna say nothing, man. I said it. I go. I don't interject if I don't understand something. And a lot of what I didn't understand. Benin. So what links it? Well, it's in the Bible.
Right.
There's many words in the Bible. It's, had, then, the. What does that mean? It doesn't mean nothing. So you're not talking about. Read it for me. Deuteronomy 4:26.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 26. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land. Well,
Is that 14 or 4?
that was 4 and 26. I think like 4 and
27 about the few number.
yes.
Yeah. Go on. Yeah, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
All right. So now, a curse in the Bible is the Israelites. The Lord will scatter them among all nations,
Right.
West Africa, North Africa, Jamaica, everywhere. So now we're going to be scattered among every nation, all the people. Read on.
And ye shall be left few in number.
We shall be what?
Left few in number.
Now, here's the problem. The Ashantis, there's many of them, man.
Right.
The Ashantis dominate their land, Ghana, man. Igbos dominate Igbo land.
Right.
They ain't few in number, idiots.
Right.
Clown. What's wrong with you, man? You mean all the tribes he mentioned, they actually run wherever they are, man.
Right.
The Ashantis dominate Ghana, man. The Ashantis are the biggest ethnic group right there, man. They're not few in number. They're, few Ashantis. Igbo tribes, they dominate Igbo land, man. Nigeria and like all of that coast. They ain't few in number. All these tribes, people try to make Israelites. They're not few in number.
Right.
There's many of them. If anything, they are the, They are the biggest race in that region there, man. The tribe, they're the biggest. They're not few in number. And that's the problem. Here's the problem. Us as black people, we can't accept us for being us, man.
Right.
We got to find out, I'm an Israelite. But look at that Ashanti tribe, man. They're rich. They got money. Yeah, man, that's us. When we can't be comfortable being that black man from London suffering, man.
Right.
We can't be comfortable being a black man from Handsworth that, we don't know who our ancestors are. And now we find out. And what do we try and do? We try and join somebody, man. We try and be a part of somebody. And that's the problem, man. Always want to join someone. Always want to be a part of someone. And we don't accept ourselves for who we are, man.
Right.
Even when we come to the understanding of who we are, we want to include someone. And these nations, there's many of them, man. Right. Ashantis, many of them. Igbos, many of them. The Mandingo tribe, many of them. They're not few in number. But guess what? I got the proof, man. So now, here's the thing, man. Again, this man here talking about Hebrews of West Africa on the phone, talking about Babylon to Timbuktu. Here's the issue. I've read those books. You ain't read them, man.
Right.
You ain't read those books. That's why you're asking me to read them. And you want to know something? I'm going to read them for you right now, man.
Right.
I'm going to do something you could never do while you were here, man.
Right.
Talking about website links, African rabbis, and all crap. Listen, man. If you are in a battle with someone, you can't say, I'll fight you, but I don't have it on me. My sword is not on me yet. You come with it, man. And do you want to know why? Because he ain't got the proof.
Right.
He got it off YouTube, like the rest of them. They get the information off YouTube. And when you ask him, so where do you find this from? Well, like I got this article here. They don't have the proof, man. Now I'm gonna take it a step further, man. This is a book called Into Egypt with Ips, written by Elisha J. Israel. Now I'm gonna get in this book, man, and I'm gonna show you who was sold to Jamaica, and it wasn't Ashantis, it wasn't Igbos, it wasn't the Mandingo tribe, it wasn't all the people that they want you to believe that was sold, man. And guess what? I'm gonna get it for you, man. I'm gonna do something he couldn't do, and I let him. I said it. I'm not gonna interrupt you. I'm gonna let you be, man. And you couldn't do it, man.
Right.
And then because he's got no information, what's he doing? He's trying to divert the conversation, and that's why we had you here. Because guess what? I knew you couldn't do this. I knew you couldn't do it, man. So this is the book into Egypt with ships. Page for 45. Do here transatlantic slave trade. Sorry, they're down, and the next, and there's that part there as well. Right? So yeah, so just let them know where you're reading.
Page 45. We can make two conclusions quite easily.
Transatlantic slave.
Here.
Yeah.
Transatlantic slave trade that followed millions of Semitic black Jews.
Whoa. It says Semitic black Jews, not the Ashanti,
right?
Not the Igbo, the Mandingo, and whoever they tried to say. It says millions of Semitic black Jews. Read on.
Settled in the lands of the black Hamitic nations.
And there, the Semitic black Jews settled among the Africans, man. The Hamitic nation, the Ashanti, the Igbo, they're Hamitic nations, man. They're not us. We settled among them. Read on.
Dr. A.H. Godby.
Now, hang on. Dr. A.H. Godby. Now, for those of you that don't know, when you read from Babylon to Timbuktu, the guy that wrote Babylon to Timbuktu, he is reciting Dr. A.H. Godby's work, man.
Right.
With this man, he's the pioneer of, West African research, man. He's the pioneer of the people that were sold from West Africa, man. He did his research.
Right.
And that's why many West African historians reference him, man. Read on.
Correctly suggests that as strangers.
So now, hang on. The black Semitic Jews, we were strangers in West Africa, man.
Right.
Read on.
Among the Africans, Israelites would have been vulnerable to enslavement.
We would have been what?
Vulnerable to enslavement.
So now, Zion, let me enlighten you, man. Africans sold Semitic black Jews.
Right.
And how do you know that Ashantis ain't the Israelites? Ashanti sold us.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Ashantis sold us. Do you want to know why your ancestors are in Jamaica right now? Because Ashantis rounded them up and sold them, man.
Right.
Igbos rounded up us and sold us, man. The Mandingos, the Ali tribe, these people rounded us up and they sold us, man.
Right.
So now hang on. They can't be the Hamites and the Semitic black Jews at the same time.
Right.
Historians know that Africans sold the Israelites, so the Ashanti can't be the Israelites and the Africans too, man.
Right.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? For someone that's gonna learn me, you don't know that. Come on, Zion, man.
Is he still there?
Probably not. It's probably bawling his eyes out, man.
Soaking. Oh, there he is.
Probably bawling like a baby, man. So now we got one historian that says Semitic black Jews, Africans sold us, man. And do you research Ashantis sold us?
Right.
That's not rocket science. And you want to know facts? When it comes to, you know what I mean? When it comes to which one sold the most, the Ashantis sold the most, man.
Right.
And guess what? It was the Igbo tribe that was second, man. The tribes you're saying that are us, they sold us.
Right.
And historians know that Africans sold the Israelites, man. But guess what? It gets better. You were talking about why Africans. No, you were saying that why do we keep certain things that the Ashantis do? It's gonna explain it right now, man. Read on.
As strangers amongst the Africans, Israelites would have been vulnerable to enslavement during wars and conflicts.
Yeah, man. So when there was a war, they would they would round us up and sell us to the white man. But guess what? It gets better, man. Read on.
We can make two conclusions quite easily.
Quite easily, meaning it's not hard to make. Read on.
When we understand that the Israelites fled into Africa, first the Jews' flight into Africa occurred between 66 and 70 AD.
So they have the history. The Israelites fled into Africa and we migrated in the west coast of Africa. And it was Africans that sold Shemitic black Jews, man.
Right.
But guess what? It gets even better, man. Read on.
Many years before the slave trade occurred, during this time, many Israelites would have adopted the languages.
Whoa. What did Dr. A.H. Godby say?
Many Israelites would have adopted the languages.
So hang on now. us living in West Africa and us being rounded up by them, we adopted African languages, man.
Right.
That's why I'm hearing this nonsense. In Jamaica, they say what the Ashanti says. They say what the Igbo says. Why? Because we was enslaved by those same races, man.
Right.
And we adopted their languages.
Right.
We adopted their folklore about the Anansi spider and all that crap. Why? Because they enslaved us and we adopted their practices, man. Their language. Reader.
Adopted the languages, customs.
And the customs of the Ashanti, the customs of the Igbos. We were enslaved under them in West Africa. That's why, that's why in Jamaican history, we did something that the Ashanti did something that the Igbos did. Why? Because we was enslaved under them.
Right.
And Dr. A.H. Godby, a historian, not you with opinions,
right?
Not you with, well, if you look at his article online, you know what I mean? He actually done the research and we are reading his research. You see how this works? You know what I mean? This is how it works, man. This is Scarlet. And so what? You got the King James Bible, like we got one too, like, come on. But anyway, reader.
Yeah,
religions
I found
and
it,
traditions.
And traditions. So we adopted the Africans' way of life. That's why in Jamaica and the West Indies, we did something that the Ashantis did, the Mandingos did, the Igbos did, man. Read on.
Of the Africans with whom they dwelt.
With whom they dwelt, man. We dwelt among them and we adopted their practices. So all that Anansi, and with Jamaica, we say this, we eat yam. Right. Why? Because we was under them. And Dr. A.H. Godby, he done the research and knew why so many Jamaicans do certain things that the Ashantis do because we was under them.
Right.
Read that. It gets better, man. Come on.
For the purpose of mere survival. Second, dwelling as outsiders among other nations definitely sets the stage for their complete enslavement.
And we was on their land and we was outsiders and they enslaved us, man. Them Africans enslaved us, man. So now this is research, man. What you brought was opinions and nonsense. And when I'm asking you, like, well, in the Bible, Benin's there, and in West Africa, it's Benin, man.
Can I read something to you?
I think your mic's up because I can't hear you.
Can I read something?
You might want to check your mic because we ain't got you on the mute.
Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you. But in the meantime, we'll get back to these facts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on, let's crack up.
So lucky, I think he muted his own mic to get out of it, man. That's what he done. He muted his own mic.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
Like, muted his own mic. Africans had no attachment to these people.
Whoa. What did he say?
Africans had no attachment to these people.
And Africans had no attachment with us. That's why they could enslave us so easily, man.
Right.
Let's wake up, man. We are not these people. We're trying to latch on to a people that is not us, man. Read on.
We often hear about how Africans sold Africans.
So now, Dr. A.H. Godby, he's addressing the common thing that we all hear. Africans sold Africans. So saying, we often hear Africans sold Africans, but read on.
Which is true in some instances.
In some instances, yes. In some instances, Africans did sell their own. But now, when we talk about to Jamaica and the West Indies, no, man. In like the wars they had amongst themselves, did Africans enslave their own? Yes, they did, man. You mean that's history, man? The Mali Empire, when they would beat when they would beat someone else, they would have them as their manslaves, man. That is true. But let's read on.
But on a massive scale, these Africans were selling Israelites.
And there you go, man. On a massive scale, these Africans were selling Israelites, man. The transatlantic slave trade, man. That's a massive scale, man. And they were selling Israelites, man. So now you ain't brought no information. And I brought out one book.
Can I read something?
And it's answered why the West Indians held on to think that the Ashantis did.
Right.
You mean we answered that? You mean Africans didn't sell their own. And listen, I got more, you know. This is just one book. And one book answered everything that you almost wanted, man.
Right.
Can I read something to you
Your
now?
mic's on mute. Can't hear you. Stop talking about Bigfoot. If you turn the speaker on. 1 second. It might be the speaker we have. Yeah. Don't worry. You hold the page right there, man. All right. How about now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah. So
Yeah. Can I read something to you?
well, I'm reading this first. No, actually, hang on a second. You had your chance, and you brought out nothing. None.
You said 10 minutes apiece.
What
You
you
said
said?
10 minutes apiece.
You got
said
more than
10
10
minutes
minutes.
apiece.
Hang on a second, brother. You got 40 minutes, and you said nothing.
Well,
it
it hasn't been 40 minutes. It's not finished.
Read on. No.
Okay,
You had your
finish.
chance. You had your chance, and it was
So,
nonsense.
are you gonna let me speak? Because I'm not finished.
After I finish this, read on.
We often hear about how Africans sold Africans, which is true in some instances, but on a massive scale, these Africans were selling Israelites that had dwelt in Africa for hundreds of years, following the siege of Jerusalem.
And there, man. So now Dr. A.H. Godby, he's breaking it down. Africans sold the Israelites. So now here's the thing I'm asking you, man. If the Ashanti tribe is us, according to history, Africans sold the Israelites. So how can we be the Ashanti when the Ashanti sold us? Break it down, man. Come on.
Well, according to the book, hold on. Let me get that for you. In Joshua 15 and 42. Oh, let me find that. Because I usually read from my phone. It's the first time I picked up this Bible.
Hang on a second. I've asked you something. How is the Ashanti us if they sold us? That's what I asked you.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Because Israelites were selling Israelites into slavery.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, that's your opinion. You said
That's
that. We got the proof. So
okay,
you're
but
going to show me
wasn't
back.
Joseph
Show
Joseph
me
sold into slavery by his brothers?
No. You see, you ain't got no answers, man. You show me where in West Africa that we sold each other. Israelites sold Israelites. Bring it.
Was Joseph sold into slavery by his brothers?
Yes, he was. But now, what has that got to do with
there you go.
Africa?
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No. Nice try. A very bad try too. But now, what does that have to do with West African history, man? The Ashanti being Israelites.
Well, there's a lot of Ashanti influences in Jamaica. The Jamaican flag, the linguistics, and the culture.
No. You see, you're not answering my question. We prove that Africans sold the Israelites, and it is common knowledge Ashantis sold us to the white man. So now,
but I just asked you.
No, stop. No. Nice try. So how can we be the Ashanti if the Ashanti sold us, man? And the history proves that Africans sold Israelites.
Right.
I want that broken down, man. Come on. Am
I unmuted?
Yes, you're unmuted.
Right. I just asked you, did Joseph sell did Joseph's brothers sell Joseph into slavery?
And I said
you
yes.
said yes. Right. The same thing happened to us in West Africa. Right. And to prove, to prove that you don't know much about Jamaican history, right? I was born in Jamaica, so I know more than you. Right?
Oh wow!
Queen Nanny, right? If you know who that is, Queen Nanny, she's one of the national heroes of Jamaica, right? She was born in Ghana.
I know.
And she was taken to Jamaica as a slave. She fought. Herself and Kojo fought. The British soldiers to a standstill. They had to call a treaty with them, right?
Okay.
So now, if Queen Nanny is such an African, right? You know, why is she? I don't even know how to phrase the question. Queen Nanny is an Ashanti. She's
Okay,
an Ashanti from Ghana. She's from Ghana, right?
listen. Do
And we have
you
Ashanti still this day.
answer it? Yes or no? I can answer that for you right now. You want me to answer it?
I just answered your question, right?
No, you didn't answer my question. You just threw out Queen Nanny and all that. And listen, I can answer that.
But
But you
Queen
got
Nanny was
answer.
born in
No,
Ghana.
no,
She's
no,
an
no.
Ashanti.
See, and this is the problem. I can answer your question. We just read it. Living in West Africa, we adopted many of their rights, man.
Right.
Their customs. That's why she thought she was from the Ashanti. That's why she had Ashanti folklore. We just read it. But now, my question to you was, if the Ashanti sold us and we got valid historians that are saying that Africans sold their Shemitic black Jews, then how can the Ashanti be the Israelites? That's what I'm asking you, man. And you're mentioning Joseph. So via history, you show that how Israelites sold the Israelites. Go ahead.
Well, you just mentioned no Joseph, and we all know what happened with Joseph and his brothers, right? Because when Ashantis were taken to Jamaica, they were still speaking their language, and to this day we have Tree and Igbo languages, you know, words in Jamaican patois, right? So if these people are not Israelites, then how come we have their customs and traditions and their
Okay.
linguistics in Jamaican patois?
Okay.
What about explain?
Now, didn't we just break it down in the book?
Right.
We was enslaved by them, and the slaves that came to the West Indies had their customs, man.
Right.
You know what? Read that one more time, man. I don't think that.
You want from there.
Yeah. From us being strangers on the land and being slave, we adopt their language, their customs, their practices. Come on. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
We can make two conclusions quite easily when we understand that the Israelites fled into Africa. First, the Jews' flight into Africa occurred between 66 and 70 AD, many years before the slave trade occurred. During this time, many Israelites would have adopted the languages, customs.
Oh, hang on now. Many Israelites would have adopted the language, man. Meaning we spoke the Ashanti language,
Right.
Igbo language. Why? Because we was on the land enslaved and we spoke their language, man. Yeah. I'm not denying that. But does that mean we are them? No, man. I'm in England speaking what? English?
Right.
But guess what? I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, man.
Right.
Regardless of what language I speak, I am an Israelite, man. And likewise, with many West Indians, they spoke the Ashanti dialect, they spoke Igbo dialects, and an historian is answering it. Us being enslaved by them, we took up their language, the customs. So that's why a lot of us have Ashanti folklores and Ashanti mysticism, because we was enslaved by the Ashantis, man.
Right.
Enslaved by the Igbos. You know what? Just read that section again. I want to let it sink in because I know what's going to happen. It's going to say the same thing again.
Right. Many Israelites would have adopted the languages, customs, religions, and traditions.
And traditions, man. The traditions of the Ashantis.
Right.
Or their mysticism. But regardless of what they believed and it was wrong, they were still Israelites.
Right.
And it was Africans that sold the Israelites, man.
Right.
So now we answered your question. So now I want you to answer my question, man. You proved to me in history in West Africa where we sold ourselves, man. Because we got proof that Africans sold Israelites. We are reading it. You proved to me that Israelites sold other Israelites in West Africa. Break it down.
Well, like I said before, which it goes over your head. The Jamaican flag, right?
My gosh.
The black, green, and gold is from the Ashanti King's robe, right? It's called Kente. Yeah, the Jamaican flag represents royalty.
All right.
You're not letting me finish.
No. You didn't even answer the question. Dungbar, I know I'm above your rank, but should we get rid of him?
What you want to do? You want to leave? Where's he gone? Is he gone?
He's gone.
He's gone already.
Yeah. You see, and this is the thing that I'm saying, man. Many people don't know what they're talking about. When they're on YouTube, they think they got a point. They think they know something, and when you take it to them, they just back off like, nah, you know,
Right.
I don't want to deal with that, man. Listen, he is lame, man. Let me tell you something. This man here is a fan. He's been harassing me for years. Let me tell you something, man. I get these calls. I'm tempted to call 999 like, I'm gonna crush the ISUPK. You brothers, you know, teaching that doctrine. And honestly, like, I'm laughing at him, man. Me and my rib one time was laughing at him. She's like, oh gosh, this guy's a weirdo, man. And that's the problem, man. You know what I mean? He can't hang with us, man.
Right.
He ain't got the proof. And I gave him the floor. I said, look, man, you know what I mean? He was harassing me. I'm like, look, man, save it to 9 o'clock today. I'm going to destroy that oneness doctrine. Save it to 9 o'clock today. 9 o'clock come. He ain't got nothing, man.
No information. So like I said, if I could as well.
Yeah,
also,
go ahead, man.
the brother's saying, we the Ashanti because we copy their practices and whatnot. The thing is this, man, when you've been around a people so long, you're going to do what they do. Like, we in England doing what? Having full Englishes for breakfast, drinking Tetley's tea. Does that mean we're white people? No, man. And this is what the Bible says. Psalms 106 and verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
And there, man, you know what I mean? Just like what happened in ancient times, in West Africa, that's what we did, man. We learned their works.
Right.
We did the same thing that we do now in England, man.
Right.
And in West Africa, being there for hundreds of years, we did the same thing, man. And see, this is nonsense, man. You know what I mean? And guess what? I knew this would happen, but I'm doing it for you, man.
Right.
I know that, there's many of us, this being on the ends, we hear so much, these people are Israelites, this people, that people. So now that it's gone, let's break it down, man. Let's break it down, man. You know what I mean? So now we read one book. I'm going to go into Hebrews in West Africa. You know what I mean? He was so, have you read Hebrews in West Africa? Have you read this book? Let's read the book, man. You know what I mean? Now, let me tell you something, man. I had tons for him, but it couldn't hang, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had it all for him. You can ask my rib, man. You know what I mean? I was ignoring that, just getting the notes together. Shit, like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm sorry for ignoring you, but I had to do it, man. You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? He wasn't ready. So now, let's get ready, man. So, we went into how Ashantis sold us, Igbos sold us. So let's get into the book, man. Let's get into Hebrews in West Africa. Let me get the page. The 7th page. Page 7. So now, let's see what the Ashantis called us, man. They're the origin of Coromantins. Let's break it down, man.
All right, this is the book the brother kept mentioning, Hebrews in West Africa. The origin of the Coromantins. The term Coromantin, or as we frequently find, Coromantin spelled with a C, was not the name of any particular race.
Oh, so hang on now. He said that the term Coromantins was for the Ashanti, but historians say Coromantins, the name Coromantins, it didn't belong to a specific race.
Right.
So again, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And let me tell you something. Olu Ekwianu, he was not an Israelite, man. Olu Ekwianu, he was following the Israelite influence in West Africa. And if you hang around long enough, we'll show you, man. Look, man, we came prepared, man.
Right.
But read on.
Coromantin, spelled with a C, was not the name of any particular race.
So now that term Coromantin, it was of any particular race. But we're going to find out what the Ashantis meant when they called us Coromantin. Read on.
Or tribe, strictly speaking, it was applied in general to those slaves.
To who?
Those slaves.
So you know what? The Ashantis called us Coromantins, man.
Right.
Slaves. They didn't call us Ashantis. Igbos didn't call us Igbos, man.
Right.
In West Africa, a name for us as the slaves was called Coromantins, man. That's what they called us. That's what they called us, man. They didn't call us fellow Igbos, fellow Ashantis. They had a slave term for us called Coromantins, man. Read on.
To those slaves who were brought from the Gold Coast in West Africa and who measured up to a certain standard or quality, its derivation can only be conjectured with more or less plausibility. Captain Rattray, while describing the great oath of the Ashanti.
There, man. So now the point being is, they had a name for us. They called us Coromantin, man. And what they mean, a slave, man.
Right.
They didn't call us Igbos. The people in West Africa, they knew we wasn't them. That's why they called us Coromantin, man. Now, let me tell you something. I had loads of info, man. But it just wasn't ready, man.
Right.
What's that song by D.E. Bellman? You're not ready. Remember that song? You gotta be from Birmingham to know that song. But a song called You're Not Ready, man. You know what I mean? I had tons of info, but you know what I mean? He's not ready, man. You know what I mean? So now let's break down Ashanti. What did I say? Ashanti comes from Ashan in Israel. That is a lie, man. Do you know something? In the Ashanti, they don't even speak the Hebraic language, man. They don't speak Hebrew. Look it up. They speak a language called Twi, and Ashanti means a warrior. In the Twi language, which the Ashanti speak, it means a warrior. And let me break. You know what I mean? I had it all, man. I'm not gonna even get into it. Why? Because he wasn't even worth it.
Right.
And also, too, do you know a fact? Ashanti became an empire, meaning they mixed with loads of people. The Ashanti, as a race of people, they were having a war, and they merged with loads of other Africans, and that's what. And then they became the Ashantis. So Ashantis ain't even one race of Africans, man.
Right.
He don't even know that. He's saying the Ashantis are us. When the Ashantis merged with loads of Africans to win a war that they was getting beaten in West Africa. But again, you know, he wouldn't know that neither, man. You do what? He's a novice, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the best. All right, let me just get into some key points, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into all this, man. You know what I mean? If he was ready, I would have, you know what I mean, gave him the work, but he wasn't ready. So I'll save the work for someone else, man. You know what I mean? Down the line. But now again, you know what I mean? I'm gonna show you that, as the Bible says, we are scattered in every nation. We ain't those nations, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let me just fly through some of these notes. I'm not gonna even get into that. Oh, also, proving out time, man. Even the whole Igbo tribe. Do you know that the Igbo tribe has always lived in that land? They didn't migrate there. Archaeologists find discoveries about them, and they've been living there thousands of years.
Right.
So how can the Igbo tribe be us talking about, you know, they migrated into what we call Igbo land when they've lived there thousands of years already, man?
Right.
Nonsense, man. Ridiculous. You know what I mean? You're coming against people that know history and you don't know history, man.
Right.
All you got is your opinion, man. and even your opinion ain't even convincing. That ain't even good enough. But all right, let's get into Babylon to Timbuktu, man. I'm not gonna even, you know what I mean? I could go into it more, but he's not worth the time, man. You know what I mean? He's a novice, man. He's a novice, man. So now let's read what this book, Babylon to Timbuktu, man. Page 130. So now let's see what it says here, man. Jews among the Ashantis. It's key, man. Let's understand.
Page 130. The Jews among the Ashantis.
Whoa. Rudolph R. Windsor, he didn't say the Ashantis are Israelites.
Right.
He said there's Jews among the Ashantis. So historians on West Africa, they don't say that Ashantis are Israelites. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Those that do, they look at how the West Indians in Jamaica and the islands, the language they spoke and the things that they did, not knowing why we did it. And they go, well, it seems like the Jamaicans must be Ashantis.
Right.
When that's not the case. We read in a book that we learned their language, learned their customs. Oh, and let me break something down to you. The whole Igbo holidays, I got that coming for you, man. I've got the books, man. So if you hang on, I'm going to show you, man. But yeah, let's read that part first. Man.
Among the Ashantis of the Gold Coast, Ghana, are found Jews who observe many Hebrew customs.
So now it says among them. It doesn't say the Ashantis are Israelites.
Right.
Among them, you will find Jews that keep some, you know what I mean, the Passover and such. Skip to the Jews of Nigeria, the Igbo. Guess what? Watch this. Go on.
There are black Jews in southern Nigeria.
So now there are Jews in Nigeria, but let's find out what they're called. Reader.
Who are called the Imo Yo Kwaim.
Whoa. The Jews that live there, they're called what?
The Imo Yo Kwaim.
They're not called the Igbo.
Right.
They're called the Imo Kwayayim. They're not called the Igbo. The Jews that live in Nigeria, they're not called Igbos.
Right.
Imagine that. Everyone's trying to make them us. And history shows that now the ones that are there, they're not even called the Igbos.
Right.
And we're going to find out what this term Imo Kwayayim means, man. Go on, read that.
Or strange people.
They're called what?
Strange people.
Nah, man. They're called what? Igbo.
Strange people.
So the Israelites that do live there, they're called the strangers, man.
Right.
Strange people. The Israelites that live in Nigeria, they're called strange people. They're not called the Igbos, man.
Right.
West African historians, they've, seen remnants of them, and they're not called the Igbos.
Right.
So what are we talking about, man? This is nonsense, man. This is ridiculous.
Right.
So how can they be them when historians found them and they were called strangers, man?
Right.
They weren't called the Igbo tribe. So that shows, man, people don't know what they're talking about. This is nonsense. All right, let me break it down, man. Babylon's Timbuktu, we've been through all that, man. All right, so now, why do, the Ashantis and Igbos keep what we would call the Israelite way of life, man? The customs and that. Let's get Hebrewisms in West Africa, page 319, man. I'm gonna answer it, man. That guy was a novice, man. He's harassing me, I'm trying to live life, man. I'm on WhatsApp. I'll just show what I'm doing. Why don't you debate me? Like, what's wrong with this, man?
Right.
I'm living life. And you get your chance and you blew it, man. You got your chance and you done nothing, man. So you got at page 319, the highlighted part here, please.
We feel page 319 in Hebrewism in West Africa.
Let's find something out, man.
We feel safe then in formulating our first conclusion. Somewhere in the dim past, a wave, or more probably a series of waves of Hebraic influences.
So now, hang on. In West Africa, there's Hebraic influences, man. Meaning what? When the Israelites came to Africa, we brought our influence, man.
Right.
Just like in England today, man. We bring our influence, man. We were a hat backwards, made grime, garage. We bring an influence. And likewise in West Africa, our ancestors, Hebrew Israelites, brought the influence, man.
Right.
In Nigeria, in Ghana, in Benin. Read on.
Hebraic influence swept over Negro Africa, leaving untakeable traces.
What?
Untakeable traces.
A trace, man. Meaning what? When you go into Africa and look at the Ashantis and every single one of them, it's a trace that we was there, man.
Right.
Meaning when they keep those things, that proves that we was there, man.
Right.
It don't mean they're us. It proves that we were there. Read on.
Untakeable traces among the various tribes.
Among who?
The various tribes.
The Ashanti tribe.
Various tribes.
Igbo tribe.
Various tribes.
There, so it's a trace among various tribes, man. Meaning us being there, we left it there, man.
Right.
It don't make it us because the Igbos keep a Passover.
Right.
You're not us because of a Passover. It's a trace that we were there. You keeping that shows that we were there, man.
Right.
The Ashantis keeping whatever, that shows that we were there. Read on.
Where they have endured even to the present day.
This
is demonstrated, as we have seen, by such culture elements among the Ashanti as the occult religious dances, use of amen, vowel, value, patriarchal system.
All right. So You know what I mean? You can get the book in your own time, man. But if you read that page, so now, guess what? I'm gonna help you out, man. At the beginning of the book, this author, he thinks that we are the Ashanti, and then toward the end of the book, he breaks it down, man. It breaks it down that actually no, these people ain't the Ashanti. It's just that, you know what I mean? They left the influence on the Ashanti, man. They left the influence in West Africa, and that's something many people don't like to hear, man.
Right.
We are not them, man. We are not them. And listen, man, you know what I mean? We can go this all day. Believe me, I came ready for him, man. And he wasn't ready for me.
Right.
He wasn't ready for the UPK under commanding General Yohana, man.
Right.
That's the problem. You know what I mean? And to be fair, we knew this would happen. It wasn't far-fetched. It wasn't no reach, man. We knew this would happen, but you know what I mean? With that being that, we're going to get into some articles, man. We're going to get into some articles, man. We're going to get into it, man. You know what I mean? We got the proof. We got the records, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, and there's a reason why we do things like this, because so many people think, you know, the UPK,
Right.
all you know is the Bible, man. All you got is the Bible. Listen, yeah, we got the Bible. Hand down, I would never say we don't have the Bible. We have the Bible, and we understand the Bible too, man. And we know history too, man.
Right. So lucky if I could. That brother also, you're saying, oh, we've been running from him for years. And the thing is, this is why we don't battle most people, because they come with no information. And then in his mind, he thinks we're running from him. So he'll be out there saying, oh, the UPK has been running from me. The thing is a lunatic with no information, and he don't understand the Bible. He's trying to relate Joseph being sold into Egypt. He's trying to take that and think that relates to something that he don't relate to. Like he ain't got no reading comprehension, man. He's the same brother that would believe the Greeks in the New Testament are actually Greek. Like he's one of them ones who actually believes the Gentiles who could come back is actually Gentiles.
That's right.
Like he would actually believe that. Like if obviously when you're amongst the people, you're gonna do what? Learn their practices. Same like what here we've learned their practices with Christmas. Some next ones that we do. Obviously, you're around the people, you're gonna do what they do, and they're gonna do what you do. But according to him, anyone who does what do you say? Anyone who
was the three criteria? Like a pastor. Well, the other one has some leaf around their neck.
That makes them an Israelite if they put a leaf around their neck.
Cheese and peas. What the hell is that, man?
Everyone who puts a leaf around their neck makes them an Israelite. That would mean our grandmas are white women because they put crosses around their neck, man. It makes no sense. What he was saying is a lunatic, and this is why most people, we don't even give the time of day. He came with no books. We might as well get into the articles because
that was disappointing, man.
Disappointing.
Damn, you know what I mean? Honestly, I'm taking a look. I brought all this red light, you know what I mean? And to come with that, I'm not impressed, man.
He sounded confident the other day. He was like, you don't know nothing. Watch. I'm gonna destroy us. This is on Wednesday. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna destroy us." He was like, "Okay," and then he's come today with a Ghanaian rabbis. What's it called? The thing is, these books is scholars have wrote these books. So who should we listen to? Scholars or this lunatic who's on drugs?
You know what? I'm getting all the voice notes. I'm gonna destroy you.
You got them.
Yes, yes. Let me get it.
Right. Like I said, I accept the invitation to the radio show. I will be there. For sure that there are no Hebrew names. It's not that.
All right, I'll get one where it's talking crud. It's talking all the gangster stuff.
And the nothing.
It's the only. It's talking like gangster. I'm gonna prove to you this and that. I'm gonna destroy you. Oh, whoa! You need to hear this one. Hear this.
I'm coming to you with facts, right? I'm not gonna just say that the Native Americans, Latinos are not Israelites without any evidence, right? I've got evidence that these Native Americans and Israelites, these Native Americans and Latinos are not Israelites.
And you see it there, man. Now, you're talking about something else, but he was confident, man. I've got facts. And he ain't got no facts, man.
Right.
He ain't got no facts, man. Talking about, I got the facts. You ain't got nothing, man.
Came with no books. Came with no books, no history, no nothing.
You came with nothing. I want to get the one where talking the degrees, man. You know what I mean? He's talking that gangster stuff, like young listen, man. I'm going to destroy your doctrine. What? Talk about. Let's play this one here.
Well, I'll tell you what. You and your woman is about to get schooled, right? You and your woman is about to get schooled. And seeing as how you're so proud of your Jamaican heritage, right? And you want to talk about smelly Africans, I'm going to show you where the Jamaican flag came from and where the name of Jamaica came from. The true origins of the name Jamaica. I'm going to show you where that came from as well. So when you talk about smelly Africans, right? Be quiet. And if you talk about smelly Africans, like our brothers and sisters from Ghana, you might want to throw that Jamaican flag in the bin, because I'm about to show you where that Jamaican flag came from. So you need to be quiet, right? You need to hush up and learn, because you're still an infant that needs milk, right? Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites. You're the one who's sad, right?
Man.
How you have one tribe,
and you see that, he was talking all that mess, man.
Right.
Yo, you're gonna learn. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna learn this. And look, man, he had his chance and didn't show nothing. He had the chance, man. Let me get some money, get some ball.
And before you talk about smelly Africans.
Yeah, smelly Africans. What's up?
Smelly Africans.
All right. Anyway, enough of him, man. Let's get into some of these articles, man. So, what's been going on, man? We get some articles out, man, and we deal with it accordingly. All right, let's get Akon. I mean, so for those of you that don't know, Akon, he said that, basically African Americans need to just let it go, man. You know what I mean? Let me get an article and pull it up, man. A second. Akon, Black Americans. All right, so let's get it. So, all right, so I'll screen share it with you as well, so you can see it for yourself. Let me screen share that. I mean, this is more exciting than the battle we had. All right, then. So let's get into it. All right. Nope. Okay, so this is the article right here, man. It says, Akon on Black Americans' view of slavery. Just let it go, man. And if you believe Africans are us, this shows you that Africans ain't us, man.
Right.
About just let it go. Of course, he can say let it go. Right. He wasn't enslaved. He's from Senegal. You know what I mean? There's no history of them being enslaved. That's why he can so lightly just say of you, just let it go, man.
Right.
We showed that they're not us. If they was us, what would happen? They would feel our pain, man. They would feel our plight and be like, nah, that's wrong, man. You know what I mean? They need some justice. They need something, man. But that's the problem. When you're not us, you don't care about what we go through, man. Right. You care about yourself, well, just let it go, man. These Black Americans always talking about slavery. But we're gonna play Sakiton, but turn this speaker on again. So we're gonna play the video for you online as well. Let's look and hear it.
Yeah, it's crazy. How does Senegalese really feel about slavery and what happened? Because, there are a lot of very foul people involved in the slave trade. There was, of course, Europeans, Jews and whites were involved, but, Africans were involved in it as well. They were selling off their enemies, the enemy tribes and making their money and so forth. Like, how is slavery really looked at out there?
Well, Senegal, we've kind of overcome the thought of slavery. We don't even think about it. Only time we think about it, honestly.
And you sit there, it says where he's from, they don't even think about it. Do you want to know why they don't think about it? Because we're not them.
Right.
It's not rocket science. That's our problem in their eyes. They're like, nah, we done something bad, man. We sold our ancestors, man. You know what I mean? They don't care. Why? Because they're not us. And they see it as well, whatever, man. You know what I mean? We don't even think about slavery.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is what he's saying. Read that. Players.
We're doing tours at Rhode Island. You know, outside of that, people have lived and moved way beyond the slavery concept like in my state.
Right, because in Senegal, you actually know your history. You
Right.
trace your family back.
And imagine that, man. It takes a white man, DJ Vlad, to make a point. Where you're from, you know your history. You're not us, man.
Right.
Senegalese people know their history, man. They got their supports and everything. You've seen it, the Senegalese wrestling. It's like Senegalese wrestling they have, man. They have another Senegalese game called Adumbi, where it's like a boxing match, but it's one glove, and they both hold each other and the swing. Senegalese people have a culture. We don't, man. Our culture was taken from us. And it took a white man, DJ Vlad, to go, well, to be fair, you have a culture. What we play on?
100 generations, whatever else. You still have your names,
Right.
your real names. You're
Right.
not named Johnson,
Right, from Jackson.
Washington, and all the other slaveholders that were
Right.
the presidents who had slaves during that time.
Right.
Jefferson,
You know.
and so forth. Yeah, but you guys actually have your history. Now the whole thing of walking around Senegal, people just felt, it was the first time I felt Black people just felt comfortable and with no type of disease. You know, I mean,
I think it's also the art of just letting the past go and moving towards the future. And I think in the US, they have this thing of just not letting it pass.
And imagine that, man. Now, before he says you don't let the past go, he doesn't mention what happens to Black people till this day. That's why you can't let go, man.
Right.
We got killed 400 years ago, and we're dying by the hands of that same race today, man.
Right.
That's why you can't let it go. That's why Black people can't let it go, man. And that's so selfish and evil. Like, well, you know, in America, they just gotta let it go. Listen, man, Black people are dying by the same oppressor, man.
Right.
And you're meant to let it go. That shows that he's not us. If you ever believed before that we were African, what he's saying proves that we ain't him, man.
Right.
And he is not us.
Naming the past and every mishap or disappointment. And I think as long as you hold on to that past, it's just a lot of weight that you carry with you when you go. It's hard to move forward and move fast. You gotta, wait on that. You just gotta let it go.
there's also been no reparations.
Oh, well, now, imagine that, man. A white man's making the points, man. If you believe that Akon's one of us, how come he ain't making those points? A white Russian man called DJ Vlad, Vladimir, that's a common Russian name. You know what I mean? He's making the point that, well, Black people ain't got no reparations. That's why we can't let it go, man.
Right.
Everyone deserves payback. To let something go, you gotta receive something, man. If I take something from you and then you get it back, then you can let it go. We built America, built England, and got nothing, man. And then on top of that, people are telling you, just let it go, man. And then it took a white man to go, well, where's the reparations? You know what I mean? Of course, no one can just let something go if they ain't received nothing, man.
Right.
And this smelly Senegalese piece of filth is talking nonsense, man.
Fortunately, man, it's not like America is going to take the initiative to do it. I mean, otherwise they would do it.
And you know what evil that is? America should take the initiative.
Right.
He's saying like, well, come on, it's not going to happen. But they should though, man. America compensates the Jews, man. America compensates many countries that they have destroyed. Even in Japan, Japan gets compensation from America from the nuclear bomb, man, that happened in World War II. India gets compensation from England, man.
Right.
Many countries that England and America has oppressed, they get compensation.
Right.
But why is it when it comes to us, we get no compensation?
Right.
Well, come on, they would have done it already.
So like I say, if I could, and Akon's so filthy and disgusting. What he done is he came to America, stole Black people's culture, making songs like Locked Up, Lonely.
Right.
And then what did he do? He's talking about, oh, we need to get over it. He took all the money that we made him and he went back to Senegal and did what? Gave everyone lights. Was it lights that gave everyone?
Lights,
How about he forgets about giving them lights and let them sit in the dark? Why don't you just let them sit in the dark and forget about giving them lights? Which further proves what? That we ain't Africans, because why? He would have what? Helped out the poor people in America, man. The people that he looks around and sees, he would have said, you know what? He would have said, I'm in America. I've made money off these lot's culture. How about I break off some money for them? Not Akon, man. What did he do? Take all that money and give all these disgusting Africans like back in Senegal, man.
That's right.
And he's telling us, oh, we need to move forward. We need to get over it. How about he lets them Senegalese people sit in the dark?
That's right.
That money belongs to us. And the thing is, look how he's dressed. He's wearing Versace, man. He's copying us. Do you think Akon would know about Versace if it wasn't for us? We, the people that make Versace all this money, we, the people that make Versace cool. Just look at Akon when he first started up, and then now that he thinks he's somebody and he's made a bit of money, he comes on the scene talking about, oh, we need to get over it. The thing is, he can say that. Why? Because he can't relate, man. He ain't never been in that situation. He ain't had children separated, man. He ain't seen a mother lose her child. He ain't seen a woman raped in front of her husband. He ain't been enslaved in another land. He ain't lost his language. He ain't lost his culture. He ain't lost his surname, man. And he's telling us to get over it. Piece by piece, we're trying to get ourselves together, man. And he's telling us to get over it. What he needs to do is give us all that money back and get out of America and go back to Senegal, man. He's living good based off taking money off us. I mean, do you think Senegalese people know anything about style and trends and whatnot? It's everything they steal from us, man. And he's took what we've gave him and took it over there. And now you got people from Senegal that think they're better than us. Now you got people from Nigeria that think they're better than us.
That's right.
People from Ghana that think they're better than us. And the truth is, they ain't better than us, man. But that's it.
That's it. No, so we'll play the rest of this video. Then we'll get into another article as well.
Junior got reparation all across, and it wasn't even done in America. You know what I'm saying?
So hang on. So now, by what he's saying, that means we should get reparated.
Right.
He's saying it, but listen, he doesn't care about black people that he made millions of so much that he doesn't even realize what he's saying, man. He's saying in a sly way, he's saying that we should get reparated.
Right.
Because why? With the Jews, the Holocaust wasn't even in America. And America gives the Jews billions every year, man.
Right.
You're in billions every year. And that never happened in America. And black people were enslaved on America's grounds, man.
Right.
Built the White House, man. You made inventions that they stole off us, man.
Right.
And where's our reparations?
Italians got reparations. Japanese got reparations.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's to the point now where African Americans have to really understand their worth and realize that America was never or intended to ever, you know, consult or even make up for any of that. They're not sorry, you know, they don't care. Yeah. It's obvious. So do you want to stay here and continue to treat it this way, or just go back home where you're not no longer the minority? You actually are the majority and you control.
And let me interject there. You know what I mean? He said his piece. I'll let him, you know what I mean? We'll stop it right there. How do you stop the screen share? Oh, you mute. All right, so yeah, it's back on us, man. And that's a lie, man. Let me tell you something. You know, all throughout time, many Israelites, they've gone back to Africa and they will tell you Africans treat them badly, man. Right. In Ethiopia, what's that land called? Ashamani. Look what the Ethiopians do to, you know, Rastas that go there, man. They treat them bad.
Right.
You have a house. One day a policeman comes and goes, yeah, that house has to go, you know. We're going to build something here. Many of them just hijack your land and go, listen, you need to pay me rent, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? These things happen. Africans don't deal with us the same. It's a lie. It's a myth, man. He's talking about just come back to Africa. Let me tell you something, man. There's many people that have gone to, you know, Sierra Leone and many places, and they will tell you the Africans treat them bad, man.
Right.
So it's nothing we're making up. We are not them, man. We are not them, and we are living a lie, man. We are living a lie, man. We are living a lie thinking we are them, and we are not them, man. You know what I mean? So that's the under article there, man. You know what I mean? I think the video speaks for itself. You know what I mean? To read it, it came out of his mouth directly, man. And as you see, you know what I mean? We had the little battle. Guy didn't stand a chance. And now, you know what I mean? Look, man, Akon's damn there saying, we're not them, man, saying, look, man, like, just get over it, man. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he has his history, his name. You know what I mean? Listen, Akon ain't just his name. African got some long names. Always probably was Akon, you know, some long thing, man. You know what I mean? That is not his name, man. But you know what I mean? Let's get on to something else, man. Let me get 1 second. Yeah, let's get into that BBC radio DJ Sideman, man. I mean, let's get into that, man. Sideman quits. All right, let's get it. So, yeah, this is the article right here, man. For those of you that don't know, you know what I mean, if you're from America or, you know, outside of the UK, I'll screen share this. This brother here, he is a radio DJ, man. What's that there? Stuff. 1 second, bear with me. Oh, stop screen share. Oh, screen sharing still. All right, so I'm screen sharing again. So this guy here, I'll show you his face. Right here. So this man, he's a radio DJ called Sideman, man. And what he done was he was a DJ on a digital radio show called One Extra. You know, you won't find it on your standard radio. You'll need the DAB radio, which is basically a digital radio. And what he done was he quit Radio One Extra over a racial slur that BBC One allowed. There was a documentary in it, and they said the N-word, you know what I mean? And they didn't blank it out. And obviously, you know, us being black people, that was offensive. And they didn't do nothing. They didn't, you know, blot it out or nothing. Nigga, like, that's what the woman said. And it was allowed. And people complained. And, you know what I mean, the channel BBC, British broadcast, they didn't do anything. So now he quit his position with Radio One Extra. So now what I will say is what he done, it was honorable. You know what I mean? Many black celebrities, for the money they get, they would never do that. And I do applaud that. But you know what I mean? We're going to read on and then we'll address some other things as well. You should read it for me. You cannot.
BBC One Extra Sideman has quit the station over the use of a racial slur in a BBC News report. Sideman, real name David Whitley, said in a statement, "The action and the defense of the action feels like a slap in the face of our community."
And it's right, man. You know what I mean? It's like one thing in life as a black man and a woman, you know what I mean? It's like we got to take abuse and just accept it, man. Look at what times on shows they racially abuse black people. And it's like, you just got to take it. It's like, shut up, man. Just take it, man. And no, you don't take it. So why should we, man?
Right.
And it's right, that is a slap in the face. You know what I mean? With the whole, you know, Black Lives Matter, with all the things that are going on in the earth. And then BBC One just lets the N-word fly.
Right.
There is a slap in the black face. And let me tell you something. What they've done is not an accident. They do it on purpose. Like, you wonder why? They're sick of Black Lives Matter. Right. They're sick of us. And to vent and to take it out on us. You know what? I'm going to let the N-word fly, man. I'm going to I'm going to remind them who they are, man. And that's what white people do. Whenever you voice your opinion, they want to let you know, look, slave, you ain't nothing, man.
Right.
Whether to do it on a show, whether a director it puts in like a film, they like to always let you know in a side way that, listen, slave, you ain't nothing, man.
Right.
Read on.
The N-word was used in full in a report about a racially aggravated attack in Bristol, broadcast by Police West and the BBC News Channel.
Uh-huh.
The BBC has defended the use of the slur, but accepted it caused offence.
So now that don't make sense. You defend it, but you know it caused an offence. Meaning what? You knew it would offend us, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. So you accept it causes an offence. So why did you do it, man? You're telling me all those reporters in the BBC that have been doing this for 30 years didn't know that this would cause an offence?
Right.
All those, professionals that have been chopping videos, editing, broadcasting, they did not know that this would cause an offence. So now they're defending it, but they do know that it caused an offence.
Right.
That's ridiculous, man. How can you defend something, but you know it caused an offence? If you know it caused an offence, then you shouldn't defend it.
Right.
If I'm making sense. Read on.
More than 18,600 complaints have been made to the BBC over the broadcast. In addition, broadcast regulator Ofcom said it received 384 complaints.
So imagine that. They received thousands of complaints and they said, you mean they defend it, man?
Right.
18,600 complaints and they're defending it, man.
Right. So
show me. You go ahead, man.
And the thing is, this is how you know these people don't respect us, because what they're saying is, we know it's offensive, but we're defending it. Like someone who's offends someone would say, all right, then we apologize and leave it at that. But this man's so proud. He says he knows it's offensive, but defends why they said it. And the woman that said it, guess what? She's still got a job, man. Whereas Wiley said something that weren't really that offensive, and they've shut down his TikTok, his Twitter, his YouTube. And then Sideman left, and they're putting a statement, they're upset to see him go. Hopefully they can work with him again in the future. The thing is this, to them, he's just a black man. They don't care whether he's gone or not. What they're going to do is just get somebody else to fill the position, and then give it a month or two. No one's going to care that the BBC used the word nigger. Now, usually they would blur it out and whatnot. Or at least if they was going to put that word in, at least get a black person to say it. And then that way we would be less offended. But they've had some white woman.
Yeah.
That's some white woman say it. Now, how would they feel if we read an article and said cracker? Listen, man, if Sideman jumped on this show and said, I'm sick of these crackers, guess what? Sideman would be sacked from the BBC, man. And no one would accept his apology. And this is why we shouldn't accept White Britain's apology, man. Because really, they're not sorry. Even in the statement, they said they had some pride in it. They said they've defended the use of the slur. How are you going to defend something which is offensive? Usually, someone who has a heart and has a conscience would be like, you know what? We offended you deeply. We've made so much money off posting black people and whatnot. We're going to give you some money, but not the white man. He defends the meaning of the word. And another thing as well, man. Look up every race. Every race has got their own radio channel. You got what? The white man's got his one. You got what is it? Asian radio network. That's right. Where's the black man's one? All our radio shows have to be private, man. Is Hot 92 still private?
That's still private.
See,
to this day.
Our radio stations have to be private, meaning you have to set them up with an antenna somewhere. And go ahead.
You know what's funny? And for years, man, you mean if you go up to some apartments on the roof, you won't find the antenna. You know what I mean? Right. So
I think they call it a pirate radio station. Pirate radio station.
That's what it's called, yeah.
So imagine we've got the best music, and we've got a pirate radio station. And when we do want to get our music played, guess where we have to go? Charlie Sloth, a white man.
I know.
Tim Westwood, a white man. Why do we have to go to white people to play our music? You see, you go in your car right now and just flick through FM and whatnot. It will take you to the Asian network where you hear Bangra for the whole day. I need a station where I can hear black music for the whole day, man, without it being private, without it being a pirate radio station where the police are ready to shut you down. And this is the thing, man. We don't have nothing of our own. Forget the BBC. We need to have our own stuff, man, where we can put out what we want on the airwaves. I want to hear black rap music. I have to hear Charlie Sloth's annoying voice in the background.
He's annoying, man. He's annoying, man. Come on, you're like, come on, shut up, man. You know what I mean?
And Tim Westwood,
Tim Westwood, yeah, baby. Like, come on, man. No one don't want to hear that, man. Right. Tim Westwood was corny. Like, you know what I mean? On the radio, when you hear him, like, oh, stuff like, just it was cringeworthy material, man.
Right.
And guess what? With the songs that we had, it had to get shown through him, man.
Right, exactly.
We couldn't do it on our own, man. All UK groups, Wiley, Dizzy Rascal, Kalashnikov, remember Kalashnikov back in the day? All that had to go through white people, man.
Right.
And we could never do it for ourselves. Why? Because they put us in a position where we can't, man.
Right.
You had
until this day, imagine Wiley's been MCing for what? He's had like what, a 20-year career.
Hands down.
Imagine we still ain't got no black radio station. We've got Hot 92, which is what? A pirate radio station, which is not meant to be operating. And you mean to tell me these East Indians who no one cares about, I mean, who listens to their music other than them? And they've got their own channel on FM, man. And everybody listens to our music, and ours is still on pirate radio, which is not fair, man. Even when you turn on the TV, you got what? The Bollywood channel. You got the Bollywood channel where they got all their Bollywood movies. Their Bollywood movies where it's not even in sync with like they're talking, but their lips are moving at totally different times. It's not in sync. So they've got their own Bollywood channel, and we have to share our stuff with white people. I mean, we have to go to Hollywood in order for them to give us a slot. Whereas, listen, even the Nigerians have got one called Nollywood.
There you have it.
Nollywood, which is the worstest acting I've ever seen, man.
I know.
They've got Nollywood, and you mean to say we ain't got Niggerwood or whatever, man? We should have our own one. Have our own one where what? We premiere it ourselves. We have our own links. But instead, what do we have to do? Hollywood have to put ours out for us, or some white producer has to video it for us. Whereas these Indians can put out their own movies. Even listen, Star City is what? Predominantly Asians go there. So all the Asian movies come out in Star City in View Cinema. Whereas with us, we ain't got that freedom, man. We should let you know. We should just come together and let the BBC do whatever they want. And Sideman was right for leaving the BBC. What he needs to do is link up with Wiley and ZZ Mills and all these other Israelites, and we put out our own stuff. You know why? It might start off slow, but it will pick up because people want to see the content that we've got, man. While it is, we don't know how great we are.
That's right.
Like we don't. If we knew how great we was, we'd be like, you know what? I'm not gonna give this movie to the white man. Like for instance, Top Boy, man. Everybody watched Top Boy. East Indians. Listen, even brothers in the States watch Top Boy, man.
That's right.
But go ahead.
Yeah, that's right, man. You know what I mean? Even a lot of UK dramas that we have in America, everyone's like, yo, man, I'm watching this show, that show, Top Boy, and all that. And you know what I mean? And they mock the answer, they mock the accent in it. And obviously, you know what I mean? We do speak in a different way. You know what I mean? If you compare us to the Americans, so-called, but we have the talent, man.
Right.
And many people say, well, why don't you have your own? Do you want to know why? Because there's a people out there that make sure we don't have our own.
Right.
And that if we do have anything, it goes through their hands. It goes through them, man. It goes through them. And that's the problem. It's like they got caught. But you don't, but you right, man.
So yeah, man. Like the captain's saying, man, everything goes through them. Imagine if we came together, man. Imagine if we came together and we said, you know what, I'm not gonna give the script to the white man, because what he will do is he'll take your script, he will see it's good, and he knows it will. He knows it will make a ton of money, but he sees something that you don't see. He sees, you know what, this is worth this much money, so he buys it off you, and then you see all the revenue it makes. He makes all that money, then the black actors get paid what, near enough nothing, man. And it's like we have to go to like even when they're filming documentaries in the ghetto, There's some white woman. What's her name? Molly. Is that her name?
No, it's she did what? She done like 1 mile away.
Yeah, that one.
It begins with PM.
Penny.
Yes.
Some white woman walking around with a camera, filming documentaries in the ghetto. Like to her, she sees how we're living, and to her, it's like, wow, I can make a career off this. Wow, black people killing each other. Let me go Newtown and record them in Newtown. Let me go Handsworth and record them in Handsworth.
That's right.
What we should have said to Penny is, listen, you better get out of the ghetto. You're not welcome here, man. We should have said, Penny, you're not welcome here. And then she does this, and then when she edits it and puts it out, you watch it and it just looks like black people just can't get it together, right. And we just kill each other for no reason, and we just sell drugs for no reason. When the thing is, the reason why black people sell drugs, why is because why? Black people sell drugs because what? We're so poor because of everything the white man stole from us, man. Right. Now we're supposed to be in a position where we've got our own land, we've got our own animals, we've got our own crops and so forth. And then black people wouldn't sell drugs, but now the crammers in the ghetto on a little patch, and then black men can't get jobs. Why? Like everything, what the white man does is to make us sell drugs. Just imagine he's in charge of if you're gonna have a job or not, which means he's in charge of if you're gonna eat tonight or not. So you say you want to feed your family, so he doesn't give you a job, and then what are you forced to do? Sell drugs? Or in school, he don't give you the right education you're supposed to get. You've been messing around in class and he allows you to do it.
That's right.
So what happens? You get to 15, 16, you take your GCSEs, you fail your GCSEs, which means what? You can't get into college, you can't get into university, you can't get a job. So what are you going to do? Sit down and starve? No, man. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to sell some drugs. And then before you know it, you're in jail. And this is why it's so unfair. Like the way we grow up, look at all our kids when we grow up. Look at people in your year group at school. Now, most of the black ones did what? Ended up dead or in jail. And the Indians ended up as doctors. The white one ended up as solicitors or police officers. And we end up dead or in jail. And the system set up like that, man. Mm-hmm. So this is why we need to come together and start from the bottom and build up. And then we can give each other jobs. We can give each other jobs, man. And then we can live without the white man. And then what he would do is he will come to us on his hands and knees, man. And he'll say, give me a crumb. That's what's going to be in the kingdom. They're going to be begging us for a crumb, man. When we got our own movie theaters, our own jobs, our own businesses, they're going to come to us and beg us for a crumb, man. And we've got the right to say no. We've got the right to say, remember 300-400 years ago, man? Remember 300-400 years ago when we were slaves in England, man? Do you remember that? That's what you're going to say to them?
Ain't not funny. Ain't not funny. He's gonna want to lie. No. Right. I don't remember. Be like, right. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Right. It was you. Like, no, it wasn't me. You're gonna try and lie and all that. But yeah, man. What the sister, asked now what I said. You know what I mean? After the burger bars and the Johnsons, once they seduced all of what they did, they gave all of it onto that white woman. She stopped the gangs and the killing. When it wasn't her, she wasn't even there.
Right.
She's had a camera. We did it, man.
Right.
And that's the problem. We us as black people, the Israelites, we worship white people too much, man. They did it. They had the links. Right. All she done was supply a camera, man. Jesus Christ. So you know what I mean? And you know what's bad too? Do you know that many people have come to her to make documentaries on things besides gangs, and she doesn't accept it? Right. When it comes to killing and your gun story and being locked up, she's all for it, man. But then when you want to talk about Israelites and documentaries like that, let me tell you something. We had the interview right here, man, and it was gonna get presented onto her, and we ain't heard nothing of it yet, man.
Right.
If we was in here with guns and rifles showing, look, man, you know what I mean? We're part of Burger Bar, man. Guess what? That would be on Channel 4 next week, man.
Right.
We talk about, us being the Israelites and the Jews. That video footage, nobody can't find it, man.
Right.
It was brought to her, and where is it? Nowhere, man. Why? Because she's using us, man. All she wants is the dirt on us, and nothing good, man. You know what I mean? And in fact, what's the other one? Tyson Fury saying the N-word.
Oh yeah, I was listening to the Biggie song.
Biggie, yeah. Let me go there.
What Biggie song was it? It's in the article.
It's the Juicy one.
Juicy.
So I think this will be the last article. Then we're good to go. Tyson Fury racial slur.
To be fair, I think it was me and you that saying it was racist from a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's been racist. To be fair, like you know what I mean. Like for those of you that don't watch boxing, he's the what's it WBO heavyweight champ right now. And from long, I've been watching him, and he said some very racist stuff for years. And now it come out. I hope this one has the video. Yes, it does. All right, and so we'll use that video as well. Got too much stuff. And the video on this one don't work. I'll see if we can grab another one. All right, bear with me a second. He's saying the video ain't compatible with this one, so. All right, we use this one. All right, so this is the video right here. I'm gonna screen share it with you. It's like a done, but if you could check if the speakers on, yeah, please. All right, son. All right, so this is Race Route. Tyson Fury sparks outrage by singing N-word while rapping along Notorious B.I.G.'s Uzi at his 32nd birthday party. Now, is it me? He looks older than 32.
Yeah,
looks like 52 if you ask me, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see if video plays. Bear with us. If not, in your own time, you can find it. It's using the N-word. No, this is what?
On YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
All right. Let me start the screen share, see if we can find it on YouTube. Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah, there's one on YouTube.
All right. Let me grab it on YouTube real quick. Yeah, it's funny. All right, we got it. All right, let's just. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna screen share it with you.
All right, so then you hear what's.
All right, so. All right. So now. All right. All right. So for those of you, if you know Notorious B.I.G. in the chorus, he used the N-word, If you don't know, now you know, nigga. Oh, it's a song, yeah. But look, live on his Instagram, look, man.
All right. So then you hear what's causing a little bit of controversy as it relates to Tyson Fury today and about his use of the N-word. And in this video, I find no offense to it. The guys.
Now, this guy's an idiot, by the way. I'm gonna help you out. He finds no offense because he's probably got some white girl at home. You don't want to offend that. Right. But listen, we ain't got no white women at home. So
okay, he's got a white woman at home that calls him the N-word, so that's why it's not offensive to him.
It's used to be. It's just second nature. You know what I mean? But now, yeah. So now, he's on Instagram saying the N-word. Like, didn't you think about that? You as a boxer, did you really believe no one would find this out?
Right.
Do you believe no one wouldn't report this? And here's the problem: he doesn't care, man.
Right.
Throughout his career, I've known him to be racist. There was a boxing match he had years ago. He was fighting a black guy, and started mentioning, gangs, hustling, guns, drugs. Even the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I can box too. I don't care about your past in your gang selling drugs." Even the black man's like, "What are you talking about?" That was so racist? Like, you just assume him being black, that's his life. Like they were at the conference. I don't care about your reputation with your gang and the drug you sold and the guns. He's a bit like, what are you talking about? Why? Because he is racist, man.
Right.
And that's the problem. He's been racist for time. And I know people say, but he listens to rap music. So what, man?
Right.
All throughout our life, white people like what we do, but they don't like us.
Right.
White people like, you know what I mean, all music, rap, garage, grime, but do they like black people? No, they don't, man. To like something we do doesn't mean they like us, man. And that's something that we need to understand, man. Anything you want to chime in on that?
And listen, it won't surprise me if Tyson Fury is going to come out one day and be like, oh, I'm not racist because I'm named after a black man. Because his father named him after who? Mike Tyson. So he's going to listen, he's going to come out and he's going to say, I'm not racist, I'm named after a black man. But the thing is this, Tyson Fury is a gypsy and gypsies are more straightforward.
That's right.
So gypsies are openly racist, whereas white people usually hide it and, you know, call you a nigger behind your back and you have to catch them on some secret camera. But gypsies, everybody knows gypsies have got no, what's the word I'm looking for? No behavior and gypsies are wild. So Tyson Fury would call you a nigger to your face and feel no way about it. And guess what? They ain't going to suspend his license for it. Nothing's going to happen, man. And it's a shame that there's what? It's a shame that there's not no strong black men in boxing at this present moment, man.
That's right.
It's a shame that Deontay Wilder got his ass kicked by him, man. Yeah, it's a shame Deontay Wilder got his ass kicked by him, man. We need strong brothers in boxing, man, to teach Tyson Fury a lesson. I would do it, but obviously I ain't got the boxing license. But go ahead.
You know what I mean, that's that, man. So yeah, man, you know what I mean. So you know what I mean. This is on the ends again, man. You know what I mean, and you know what I mean. Us being on the ends, we showed that the Ashantis are not Israelites, man.
Right.
The Igbos ain't Israelites.
Right.
The Mandingo tribe, the Ali tribe. You know what I mean. All what people like to say, they're not Israelites, man. So you know what I mean. We was on the ends.
Right.
You know what I mean. Zion, that's what he was calling himself. He was on the ends, man, and you know what I mean. We just talking with him, man, and he couldn't prove nothing, man.
Right.
Came to a debate with his two long, dry hands, then, man. You know, even thinking that I'm just believe what he says, man. So yeah, man. So that's it, man. So you know what I mean. That's on the ends. Captain Parashia, Officer Dungabar, and until next week, Israel. Peace, man. Shalom.
Right, shalom.
I put the logo up. Let's run some tune. Never. Damn, they live there if you ask me.
I don't think I've ever come and not been here.
They're always here? Trust me. They will run a tune.
Picture this, little Fred out there really hitting licks. By 15 he's locked in jail, but no one didn't visit him. It's cool though, cause most of his friends were still in school though. But he thought a knife and back was really cooler than some school clothes. Chasing money young, yeah, my teachers and my school knows I was living with my OGs. Tell them on my school's closed. Picture this, niggas slipping on their blocks, there's the pits. We pull up with the smoke, let it blow, and now your picture drip. Me and mine was broke with hopes of coke fixing it. I was broke till I got coke and put mix in it. She knows I'm risking it. Got my wrist and whisking it. I'm even mashing works on little pricks, so I'm assisting it. Slicing niggas' chest and watch it ooze like there's a system. I get 300
excellent job.
I know. I don't even think when I touch the thought it was gonna at least put some scriptures and say bitches wanna fuck me quick, they don't even need to drink a bit. Rule number one, don't drive no cars without no tips on it. I know why they hate and lie, it's clear to see them mad at me. I got so many hoes, I need to donate some to charity.
It's Fredo's Daily Docket. I don't know. Yeah, it's come out a few hours ago.
You drop 20 on your wrist, you need a better freezer. That's the kind of money me and mine go bet on FIFA. Brothers acting like it's beef, but they look sort of dumb. They don't put up brown hair, I got more beef from my daughter's mum. My Rolex and Gelato, the same number, they got 41. I've been in a hold all day today, my niggas call me dumb. But if I stop going, then I'm knowing the